In its second season of existence, there's a look inside one of the real jewels of the NFL, SoFi Stadium, just south of downtown Los Angeles.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Jones off the play fake, sliding out of the pocket. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
On first down, it's Brown. And this will be a Giants first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll run. This is Brown. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the toss, this is Jim Brown. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. First carry from Marlon Mack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 27-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he will have a Giants first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And a Giants first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Chargers 0.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Joshua Kelley.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. At the 20.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Herbert took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Chargers nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches.
They'll run with Kelly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Kelly on the counter. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made by Julian Love. A gain of 3. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. It will be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. He's got the lead, and there he goes. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Jones. He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
First down, Justin Herbert. They got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Giants 14, Chargers nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Kelly. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert off of play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Brown. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Off the bootleg, Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Hold it at the 24. On a 48-yard punt, give them 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
At the 40-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. the 50. Here's Herbert. To the sideline. That's taken in by Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Herbert now. His third interception. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off the play fake. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Now Jones going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And some room to cover. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll run on first down. Kelly, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Joshua Kelly.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Herbert. Complete. That's Brewer. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. And he's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Good. Makes the score Giants 14, Chargers 7. Mike Badgley to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a carry for Brown. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Kaiser White on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Jones now on 1st down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Joey Bosa. And it'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, he's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Jones. Incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Giants 21, Chargers 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice with the encore. If you know, you know.
The Charger drive about to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Down. It's Kelly. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They defer to Brown to start the drive, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st down, Giants.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Kenneth Murray.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Jones on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will take this all the way out past the 40-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
To Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Comebacker complete. That's Brewer. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, that just looked like a lot of confusion to me at the line of scrimmage. I don't think the offense had any idea of who was coming on the blitz and who was dropping off.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Herbert just beat the play clock. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
And start them in his tracks.
They go for 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal. Callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Third and long for Cousins. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
18 yards.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert on 3rd down now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. And they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal for some breathing room, no doubt. And really, a field goal would be huge. That would make it a 2-score game. And he'll lose yardage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss?
Play fake. Cousins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
A quick throw. Here's Shepard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his
He got
rhythm is just
confused.
off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
24.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On first down, it's Kelly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat, but a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
This is Kelly. There's some space here. And takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kellen, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Taken in at the 22. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
And inches at the 50-yard line.
Cousins now from the 50. Catch made by Slayton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
First down, Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a first and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They try and run forward here with Brown. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And goal at the Chargers' 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Jones will try and run with it. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Time for a full start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. 21. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Charger drive about to get going.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes inside and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's good for 28 yards.
To throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to roll it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Today's final.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Giants, many wondered if a second win would come, but here it is as they climb to 2-13 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.